Stadium. It's the Big 12 on ESPN. West Virginia looking to go to 3-1 in conference. Texas Tech seeking that elusive first league win. The Red Raiders off a bye. Colombi flushed. Downfield and caught. Miles Price, so he's been an early favorite target of Colombi. Looking to the sideline.
It can to some degree, but where you're at on the field, you want to make sure you get it right.
Colombi will keep it, and he reaches across for a touchdown. Matt Wells wanted a spark.
Run-first football team. They might look like a spread team with formations and personnel groupings, but that's not who they are at their core.
Number 2 rushing offense in the Big 12. Daggy downfield, and that's a good sign. Hauled in by Sam James, who struggled with drops. You saw how fired up the sideline was.
Quarterback.
This is a Texas Tech secondary that has had its struggles this year. One of the worst pass defenses in the country. Trickeration. Daggy has a receiver wide open, his tight end, Michael Laughlin, who refuses to go down, and finally subdued inside of the 5. First and goal. Letty Brown up the middle has been West Virginia's best play this season. It's Letty Brown up the middle for a touchdown. Mountaineers 5 of 8 on 4th down this season. Pressure coming. Daggy downfield, and he airmailed his receiver right. Turnover on downs.
That's a shame because that's the exact throw he made on the previous 3rd down that led to their scoring drive. Defensive lineman in the country.
A 3-man rush. Colombi flushed. And Henry Colombi with a nifty run all the way into Mountaineer territory.
A little pump fake in there, and then you make the smart play with your legs.
There's Thompson up the gut. Open sesame. Sir Roderick Thompson. Touchdown, Texas Tech. Always saw in the Cliff Kingsbury days the eye candy.
Yes, yeah, and really you haven't seen any of the window dressing from this offense. You saw a little bit on that last play.
A 4-man rush. Stills with the sack. That is Dante.
Did not look happy at all with himself. I gave a thumbs up, thumbs down. He gave a thumbs up. Slugged some water. Looks like he's going to be good to go. But he did take a little ribbing from his older brother, by the way.
Now 4th down, Texas Tech goes for it. Dre'Shawn Miller with the PBU.
Here right now, it's not as bad as it normally is here in Lubbock, Texas. And talking to West Virginia head coach Neil Brown, who was the former OC here at Texas Tech, where all of a sudden you got a nice completion there from Jared Daggy. He said, look,
a 41-yarder.
As far as West Virginia's head coach Neil Brown, he said simple, we're missing Tony Fields big time there, Mike linebacker, who was ejected in the first half for targeting. He said we're not getting our signals in on time as we have a fumble right there recovered by West Virginia, boys. And that's something Tony Fields could have made a play. Instead, it's a Stills brother who comes up with
by
it.
The defense. By Evan Staley. And Staley's kick is good. West Virginia tacks on 3. Where he can get his confidence up. Certainly not from this range, so they go for it.
Wow, 4th and 11.
Well, if you don't trust your kicker from here, is it really a decision?
No, it's really not. At some point, though, we're scholarship football here. This you're going to have to give a guy an opportunity to make what would be a very makeable kick.
Wolf was terrific last year, 20 of 22. Colombi fires a strike. Ezukama hauls it in. He is their top receiver, where he was a 2-year starter. 3rd and 8. Clean pocket. Trey Cleveland. Did he get through? Touchdown, Texas Tech.
Don't necessarily agree with how they took the time to get to this call.
Now they'll snap it. It's Letty Brown up the gut. First down. Just shy of midfield. 32 seconds to go. That'll momentarily stop the clock.
West Virginia calls their first time out of the half. It's 30 seconds.
O'Laughlin, the tight end, motions. Here's Brown. Did he get through the barricade? It's going to be close. The initial spot seems to indicate he picked up the first down. 41 in this half. Grayson Malashevich to hold. And that would have been good from 50 plus. Evan Staley tacks on 3.
As far as West Virginia's head coach Neil Brown, he said simple. We're missing Tony Fields big time there. Mike linebacker who was ejected in the first half for targeting. He said we're not getting our signals in on time as we have a fumble right there recovered by West Virginia, boys. And that's something Tony Fields could have made a play. Instead, it's a Stills brother who comes up with
by
it.
the defense.
Tech did a nice job.
Yeah, and they threw it a lot more than we expected them to. And Jarrett Doege did a nice job for the most part taking what the defense gave him.
Here's the blitz. Doege is hit and still finds Winston Wright. First and goal, West Virginia.
And that's why you see him make so many plays beyond the line of scrimmage.
Off play action, somehow Columbia got rid of it. There is Ezukama using all of that 6'3" frame, and it's first and goal.
Remember, no TJ Vasher, their big guy on the outside, which would be their red zone target.
Yeah, he's 6'6". Out today along with Carter and Rigdon.
There it is.
On the ground, touchdown, Texas Tech. It's the freshman, Taj Brooks. Game, I think you got to bank on their defense coming up with some stops.
Yep, give them a chance to prove it.
We've seen Sumter and McGee in the punt game. This is McGee, fake punt. How about this? Winston Wright has the first down. Neil Brown dipping into his bag of tricks a week early.
And they're backed up. They're in their own territory. Really, really nice play in the kicking game.
Doege off play action. Back to Wright. Cuts it upfield. Winston Wright.
He immediately gets back to the inside run game. That's smart football.
Lenny Brown into the end zone. And West Virginia, a PAT from tying it up. And all of a sudden, this starts to look a little...
Need to be in a hurry and let the run game carry you as it has all year long.
James. Lost the football. It's picked up by Texas Tech. McPherson racing the other way. Wow! Touchdown, Red Raiders. Virginia may only have one more play. Doege downfield. Brought in by Ryan. It's a first down. 9 seconds left. Now they somehow got the ball off. Doege to the air. It's tipped and intercepted in the end zone. The ball game is over. But Texas Tech holds on 34-27.